Hello everyone, welcome to YourPedia platform. So all of you are aware that ISRO has come up with huge vacancies. So last time they have conducted the exam in 2019. Although they have recruited in the 2021 also, but that was through the GATE exam. And before that in 2019 they have as so many students are aspirant for this ISRO exam, and through the written exam means those students who do not got well in the GATE exam, they have another chance to enter into a government exam, which is a very prestigious organization, that is the ISRO. So as we are talking about that, it is a huge vacancies are coming and students are very happy, and parallelly they are very much confused also, because this year they have come up with a different exam pattern. Syllabus is totally different, so they are having so much confusion over there. So now today, to clear that confusion, I am with my team of experts for all the branches. So we will discuss all your queries, all your general queries. We are receiving so many calls that about the exam pattern, syllabus, allied topics, so many queries about the reasoning and all, which topics which are important, about the age also. They have reduced that age criteria also. So I will discuss one by one, and this video is very important for all those aspirants who are very much serious for this job and are trying, and they want to basically join this government job, very prestigious ISRO organization. So my very first question is to Tyagi sir. Sir, as student have known that they have changed the exam pattern. So first of all, tell them about this exam and their exam pattern.
Yeah, thank you, Gurvinder sir. So this is really a wonderful news for many of the students who want to make a career with ISRO. So this year they have changed many things in this examination, and the most important about which ISRO itself is highlighting, that is the examination pattern. Earlier, generally there were 80 questions and the entire paper was technical paper including mathematics. Okay, but this time what is the new pattern? So I will discuss about that. This examination will be of 2 hours duration. Okay, and there will be 2 stages. One is written examination and one is interview. Okay, so first you have to clear the written examination, and then you have to go for interview, and you have to clear that also. Okay, so if we talk about written examination, this is one sitting exam. Okay, they have given the list of 11 centers. The examination will be conducted there, and you have to go offline there, and examination is not CBT, it is PBT, paper based test. Okay, yesterday I discussed with the department which is handling the queries in ISRO. So I asked them that is it CBT or PBT? Okay, so that will be paper based test. Most chances are there. Okay, so now in this one sitting paper of 2 hours duration, total duration is 2 hours. So that will be of 2 sections, part A and part B. Part A is mainly technical section, which may include mathematics, because mathematics, all of you, is very important for ISRO. So the technical section may itself include some questions from important topics of mathematics. Okay, 80 questions will be there, and negative marking will be there, 1/3 negative marking. Okay, so one question correct answer 1 mark, incorrect answer 1/3 will be deducted, and no answer, so 0 marks. Right, and then we have part B, that is of 20 marks. Number of questions in that part is not fixed. They have mentioned that maximum there may be 15 questions, so number of questions may be less also. Okay, but that will be total counting to 20 marks. And the most important point is that here in the examination you have to keep this in your mind, that in one section there is negative marking in technical section, but in non-technical section, that is reasoning section, there is no negative marking. So be careful about that, because we may do mistake there, because separate criteria is there for both the sections. Another important thing is that you have to qualify both the sections individually. Okay, for unreserved category there is some criteria of this percentage you have to qualify in part A and similarly in part B. Clear? And then after overall result of this written examination, you will go for interview, and in interview also you have to perform, you have to get 50 marks out of 100 marks. That will be of 100 marks, 50 marks you have to get in interview, and then separately they will make a final list. Okay, so weightage is there for both. written examination and interview. Earlier what they were doing, that there was written examination, after qualifying that mainly they were focusing on interview, but this time both have some weightage, 50% each. So this is the new pattern.
So my next question to you is Kailash sir. So Kailash sir, please tell us about the number of seats.
Thank you, sir. So, number of seats this year, if we talk about the mechanical, so we have maximum number of seats, the number is 163. And for electronics and communication, the number is 90 around, and for computer science, it's 47. And when this exam was conducted way back in 2021, then the recruitment was through basically GATE exam. And at that time, for mechanical, it was, I guess, 33, I may be wrong, and for electronics, it was 21, and for computer science, it was 14. So it's not about the number of seats. See, I want to go back to my college days. So usually when we were in the college, so we have a few targeted options, right? Either we go for the campus placement, and if we want to go with the prestigious organization, so there are very few names which were recruiting every year. Then one was BARC and second was ISRO. But what happened in after 2018 or 19, that was the time when I guess from YourPedia only 10 plus students got selected in the ISRO. I can count their name also. Vishwajita is there, Madhuri is there, I guess Saurav is there. A lot of students are there, right? So then I used to tell students that, see, the power of this exam, centralized recruitment, is a person from the normal engineering college can also dream of serving a ISRO, which is a very dream position for any of the student, right? But now in between, what happened, they start giving preference for the campus placement with the premier institutions. But might be now things are not working to them, be it in terms of the retention of the talents, of supreme talent of the prestigious institutions, or might be some other reason. So it's not a factor of worrying that this recruitment will be stopped, it will keep on coming. But if this recruitment is out now with that much number of vacancies, so it's really a great opportunity for all the students out there who are aspiring for the government job. So that's from my side. So we have other good people here from computer science, we are from mechanical departments. So proceeding ahead with the discussion, we have a lot of discussion, and we will definitely discuss many key points as introduced by the Govinda sir and Tyagi sir. So let's carry forward this discussion.
Thank you, sir. So the next question is also very, very important questions, and as the exam pattern is changed, syllabus is changed, and they have mentioned in one of the PDF of FAQs that the previous year questions they have removed from there because in the relevance that the syllabus and pattern is changed. So now students are confused, sir, should we refer the previous year questions or not, or how we prepare for the things. So now I will ask this question one by one to each and every branch mentor. Now the very first question is to Aman sir, he's from computer science branch. So Aman sir, the question is that what type of questions and how a student should prepare for the computer science for this exam.
Okay, thank you, sir. So as Tyagi sir said that there are number of questions which vary from 90 to 100, and the time frame that is given for that examination is 2 hours. So you can expect that the question that is given, the institution is expecting you to solve that question in under 1 minute or 1 minute 10 seconds. So approximately 1 minute you will get to solve a question. So previously when in this exam, students were more focused on the questions that were asked in the GATE previously, because usually the concept that was asked in the ISRO was related to the question asked in the GATE, or they would copy the same question from the previous year GATE exam and they will ask in the ISRO. But now that the time limit is approximately 1 minute, so even if they are copying the questions or copying the concepts, it will be more theoretical rather than being numerical. And if it is numerical question, more of the chances are that it will be a simple formula based question. So they will be targeting those type of questions which can be solved in 1 minute and which will focus on the concept clarity of the student.
Okay, thank you, sir. So what type of which subjects should be I think this question can be answered by Mukesh sir. He is also from computer science branch. So which subjects are very important, which subject they should refer more?
Sir, if we talk about the pattern, so they already included some allied topics. If we talk about the allied topic like big data, then ML, AI, cyber security, software engineering, so we can expect at least 18 to 20% question from these areas. And again, they are more focusing on the core parts. If we talk about the computer science branch, then core parts is like algorithm, operating system, database management system, all these stuff, sir. So mainly we have to focus on the core parts and all, as well as we have to focus on the allied parts, sir.
You answered in this also, although this was my second question about the allied topics. So these are the most important allied topics. Which,
yes, but the point is still it's a high weight. Like we have to, we will expect like 18 to 20% question from allied topics.
Right. So my next question to Gaurav sir, how a student means what kind of questions student could expect in the mechanical, and what are the allied topics which they have mentioned in this mechanical?
Okay, sir, as I see that the 80% part is a technical, in which 60% is totally based on the core part, and 20 questions are basically based on the allied topics. So allied topics is more or similar, just like engineering design, metallurgy, mechatronics, industrial management, automation, aerospace, additive manufacturing, production management, and aerospace. These are the new things which students learn but not recall every time. Moreover, what happen in a ESE and GATE, students only read only the 8 to 10 subjects, but not these allied topics. So ISRO will also focus about these topics, which is just to help us to crack the examination. As I talk about the core subjects, so that is only the SHOM, Thermo, FM, RAC, IC engine, HMT, FM. So these are the main core topics.
Material science is, I think,
material
also
is one of the most important,
it
and
is
the
not
production.
that much important in the GATE exam.
Yes, yes.
But for this ISRO exam, there are so many questions.
So many questions from that, because these are work on the material based things.
Right. So my next question, same question to from the electronic side to Kailash sir, about the main topics and the allied topics.
Sir, regarding the main topics, see what happened when we talk about the electronics and communication. So obviously the minimum eligibility is bachelor, right? So when it comes to bachelor, you might have studied in any of the university 35 to 40 courses. But when we start our preparation journey, we have one standard exam, that is the national level exam, GATE exam, right? And in GATE exam, we have 8 to 10 subjects, and which are predefined every year that from this subject, we are going to get this much weightage. So student can decide this topic I can emphasize more, this I can neglect, and this I can leave also. But my, one wise piece of advice to the audience or student is that whenever you are preparing for such kind of exam, like ISRO and BARC, don't become choosy and don't become selective, because you don't know that which subject is going to be asked in more numbers. The important factor which most of the time let the student down in terms of their failure, that is the randomness of the exam. For this PSU's exam, ISRO and BARC exam, randomness is a very key factor. I want to tell you one thing, sometime way back, the cutoff was 110 out of 240. Because at that time the question were mostly asked from the electromagnetic field theory, and those questions were really difficult questions. And sometimes the cutoff was way back when it was 80 questions, 240 marks total. Right now the structure is changed as instructed by Tyagi sir. But at that time sometimes cutoff was 150 also, right? So the very important factor you need to keep in mind, don't become selective. You need to put emphasis on all the subject, especially the 8 subject which you have studied for the GATE exam. The prime piece of advice here is, let us suppose you are preparing analog electronics, right? So if I talk about the GATE exam, GATE is a very conceptual exam where you need to grill, from each aspect. But let us suppose analog, you have prepared operational amplifier. You must be knowing the formula of how to calculate CMRR. You must not be knowing how to think of it from the design perspective. If you know the comparison of common emitter, common base, common collector, their input impedance, output impedance, voltage gain, current gain, and their bandwidth, that might work for you the exam like ISRO and BARC. The ultimate conclusion is, guys, if you have secured really well rank in the GATE, even though you need to prepare a bit, reason being there is a very big confusion in the student community, that is they believe if they have prepared really well for the GATE exam, they have achieved the single digit rank, they can crack any exam. No, my dear, it's not working like that, right? Reason being, you need to give priority to the requirement of the exam. That is very, very important. You might be very good in cracking the good conceptual question, but at the same time, if you lack some very basic and common question, see, it's not going to matter that how much conceptual you are. In these kind of exams, the things matter, how much question you can do correctly. So for that, you need to work according to the randomness of the exam, and you can't become selective. And if you have good knowledge, that is great. That's going to help you in every aspect while attempting the exam. But at the same time, focus on very small topics which you might have neglected at the time of the GATE exam. Moreover, adding last point, When we study for the GATE exam, telling about myself, my approach was like that. I will never try to remember anything. I will do conceptual, okay? Because question is like that. If I know the concept, I can crack down any concept, right? But for these kind of the exam, you need to remember a lot of stuffs, because 120 minute, 100 question you have, you can't go and try each and everything out there in the exam. So some results you need to take in your mind. We call it the cramming. We call it the, mind power, whatever you say. If you're saying it's a cramming, then better you need to do, because it's the requirement of the exam. That is my opinion.
Thank you, sir. Very well explained. So again, one question similar to this, means addition to this, that about the allied topics.
See, when it comes, sir, it's a very good question. Or in fact, this question might be creating a lot of doubts in the mind of student. When it comes to the allied topic, see, it might be radar engineering, it might be optical communication, it might be satellite communication, or it might be some mechatronics, or it might be some power electronics, and it might be measurement, it might be material science. See, we need to understand the art. We are from the electronics background, and we can't neglect that we don't know the ferromagnetism, we don't know the anti-ferromagnetism, we don't know the pyroelectricity, we don't know the resistivity. Those all topics we have studied at the 12th level. See, all we are studying in the material property of the nature. We have the mechanical property, we have the electrical property, we have the optical property. Mechanical properties are studied by the mechanical people, electrical people will study electrical and optical property. So these are the light topics. See, point is that if I talk about, I guess Mukesh sir will and Aman sir is here, computer network is one subject which is very core for the computer science domain, right? But when we talk about the electronics, it's a light for electronics, because we also deals in the bit rate, we also deals in the baud rate, we also deals in the pulse shape, we also deals in the ISI interference, we also deals in the modems, we also deals in the router, we also deals in the synchronous communication, right? So these are the basically allied topics, so student need to prepare according to these.
Thank you, sir. So my next question, very important question again, that this year first time they have introduced the aptitude part. Earlier it was not there, when there were 90 minutes and 80 questions. Now they have come with the aptitude part and with a huge weighted. So Kavita ma'am is with us, so she will explain you, ma'am, how this, what are the topics students should prepare for this aptitude, and how you are going to cover that about the aptitude part.
Yes, this time, like Tyagi sir said, the pattern is changed. We have 20 marks aptitude, and this aptitude is divided into 5 major topics. That is numerical reasoning, logical reasoning, diagrammatic reasoning, abstract reasoning, and deductive reasoning. So we will give you live sessions, we will give you some recordings also where doubt, and we will, in the live sessions, we'll have doubt clearing sessions also, and I will make separate video to tell you what sample questions, giving you sample questions on all the 5 various topics, and so that you know what kind of questions are there. And see, there is no negative marking in this, so 20 marks are sure shot if you practice. So it will be great if you practice some aptitude over there.
Thank you, ma'am. So my next question to Tyagi sir, that about the number of seats. So are these number of seats are fixed, or it can be changed? Like in the HPCL or so many other organizations, they give that figure, whatever they put, that is the minimum. So they recruit more than that. So can this happen in the ISRO exam also?
Yes, definitely, sir. Number of seats may increase. There are many reasons for that. One of the reasons is that during some last years, ISRO decided to recruit engineer or scientist from campus recruitment actually. All PSUs want IITians, but it is very difficult to maintain IITians for a long duration. Okay, so they did the same thing. They tried to go for campus placements and they recruited students, but students were not staying for a longer duration there. They were looking for other good opportunities. So this is main concern for ISRO also, that they should get scientists who see their future for the lifetime with ISRO, so that they invest their time, they give time for their research activities, because all projects take time. It is not a 2 months or 6 months or 1 year job actually. Okay, so that is why again they are looking for such kind of students which are from normal college, maybe from any NIT, from any state government engineering college, or any private university, private college. Everywhere we have talent. Okay, so such people who can stay there, who can work there. Okay, and another thing is that nowadays in space sector, government has allowed private players also. So it is the situation that many scientists from ISRO are looking for opportunities in private sector also. So they are facing lack of manpower there now. Okay. So that is why to fulfill they are opting different ways. Okay. So if this goes well, this entire process of recruitment is one more thing. Okay. So if this goes well, so definitely through this they may increase number of seats, because ultimately they need people, right? Whatever method they opt, they need good people. Okay. So this is looking a very good way to recruit scientists from entire nation and give chance to everyone studying in engineering or who has studied engineering.
Right. Thank you, sir. So there is also a good news from the Tyagi sir side that this number of seats are not fixed; it may increase. So the next question to Kailash sir is that, sir, we are talking about the GATE exam, and we are basically connecting this to in some manner to the GATE exam for ISRO preparation. So let us suppose that if a student is not has never prepared for the GATE exam, but still want to crack this ISRO exam, ISRO exam. So what approach should he follow? The person should
Actually,
follow.
this question is, very good question from the audience point of view. Reason we all are here mentor, right? Having a merit of experience more than 8 to 10 years. So today, whatever discussion we are doing here, that is on the basis of our experience, right? So in past, I have seen many times the student who are really good in the concept and preparation, they were not able to get through the exam. But at the same time, the person who started preparing very sincerely just before the 2 to 3 months, by keeping on the priority that this is the option which I want to get, and they get through. So this is a alert for the both class of the student. I usually categorize student into two category. One class of student who are continuously preparing, they are writing the GATE exam, they have done well in the GATE exam, they don't get overwhelmed, overconfidence that okay, we can crack it. They also need to prepare, they also need to be focused, they also need to be, very particular what resource they are opting for the preparation. As I discussed earlier, the relevant and reliable resource selections and your time management is very, very important when the exam is not very far away. And second class of the student who might be working somewhere in the corporate world and who might be hustling and struggling in the search of the good opportunity, and recently might be through our portal, might be through other portal, they come to know that there is a recruitment, and because of the ISRO name they might be also looking forward. See, everybody can do, but point if they have that zeal, if they have that thrust inside, they definitely can win the race. It doesn't matter that what you know in the past, it matters when you're starting with what thrust, with what internal force you started, right? So exam is not very difficult to crack. If you have good knowledge of basic knowledge of engineering, you can do it. And now coming to resources, what I believe, basic engineering is very important. You can't ignore the EDC, you can't ignore the network theory, you can't ignore the signal system, you can't ignore the control system, you can't ignore the digital electronics. Now it comes to the resources. See, you don't need to go to textbooks. That is totally a shit advice. Reason being, in 60 days, nobody can go and refer a textbook. Whatever, mentors will be taking here and they will be teaching you, that will be particular as per the requirement of the exam. And when it comes to practice, so as a mentor, we know what is the requirement of this exam as per the change pattern. So we will be planning our test series and practice that according to that. And we are keeping this factor in the mind as a YourPedia, that most of the people who follow us, they are both classes of the student who are regularly preparing and the one who are currently working somewhere else. So we will try to optimize our skills and our resources so that we can give a best product in terms of relevant content, in terms of the relevant question, in terms of the good video content to our audience. So resources as of now, yes, if you you want to go and refer the GATE previous year question, go, but don't become like don't get it into obsession, right? Okay, GATE ही होगा, GATE अगर मैं GATE करूँगा तभी होगा. Many times what happen when we are a student ना, before exam we need a confidence, right? From where we get that confidence? The more number of questions we are able to solve, we get the internal confidence. So most of the time, till now, student knows that most of the question will be from the GATE exam, and it what happened in the past, right? So you don't need to now solve only the GATE previous year to get the confidence. So you need to basically solve the reliable or relevant resources, right? Only then you will be able to crack this exam. So don't go for the textbook. And there are, yes, many booklet, like you can say ESE, engineering service exam, used to conduct the exam. They have two paper, objective and subjective. If I talk about electronics, in objective, they ask really relevant and good questions, right? And you have the BARC papers, they are somewhere very closely related to the ISRO. So you can go into that if you want to practice question. Apart from that, we will be giving you setup question that might be definitely helping you people.
Thank you, sir. And let me add you some more points in this also, that student who have not done good in the GATE exam or never prepared for the GATE exam, can they crack this exam? See, as sir mentioned earlier also, that this exam is also going to be more or less similar to type that the exams which are being conducted by the HPCL, HAL, the other BDL and other organizations. So as you know that YourPedia is one of the biggest platforms, especially from the last 2 years, who has basically doing the preparation for this HPCL exam. So the student who cracked this exam finally, out of those students, roughly 20 to 30% students are there who have done very well in the GATE exam. Majority of the students who were not able to do that good in the GATE exam are cracking this HPCL exam. So this same thing can happen in the ISRO exam. So my next question to Tyagi sir, and it is also a very, very important question. Sir, like now the forms filling has started, and when can student expect this exam to happen?
According to the previous history of ISRO, after the last date of application form filling, it may take around 2.5 to 3.5 months. So on an average 3 months you can expect. So that is a sufficient time to prepare. And actually I like this time duration. When some PSU announce, they should finish the entire process within 3 to 4 months. So that students have motivation, they prepare well in a systematic way. And we also like that we can provide dedicated schedules to them, and that helps students in getting selection. Okay, if there is a delay of say 6 months, 1 year, and there is no confirmed date of examination, then students get demotivated. Okay, and then teachers also. So with ISRO, that is the best thing. They do entire process very soon. So 3 months you can expect.
So as Tyagi sir mentioned about the 3 months, Kailash sir. So can you tell our viewers that how they should utilize these 90 days?
See, I told you, 90 days is a very good enough time, right? If you are just starting the preparation for this exam. So 90 days, we are taking a tentative duration. It might be 70 days, it might be 110 days, right? So right now, there will be very less number who will be starting from the very scratch. Most of the student might be, always somewhere starting the preparation, or they might be doing the preparation. So right now, your focus must be more on the question practice. I'm telling you time and again, GATE exam is more about getting into the depth, understanding the assumption, understanding the theories, understanding the derivations. For this exam, you don't need to waste your time in that direction. You only need to work on the whatever you have done in the GATE exam, conclusion of that thing. I'm telling you, I told you in the beginning, randomness is a very big factor in these kind of the exam. You can see the past history, and you need to counter that randomness. And how you can counter that randomness? Giving equal priority to even the small topic. If I talk about, let us suppose in analog electronics, for electronic student, they might be relating this topic. There is a concept of power derating curve. That is a very minute topic, and I have seen way back 3 to 4 questions were directly asked from that topic only. We say that it's their requirement, or randomly put the question, we can't comment because we are about to write the exam, right? So we can't ignore very small topic, guys. So for GATE, you might have done the selective study, and even we all know, we have decoded the GATE pattern, that these are the topic from here, he will ask the question, these are the topic, you can neglect these things. But for ISRO, you can't do this stuff. You need to give equal emphasis to very small topic. If you're studying the communication, see, in communication, GATE, it's about the analog communication, digital communication only. But when it comes to ISRO, they might be putting the question of microwave also, basic question. They might be putting the question of radar also. They might be putting some basic question of the path loss related to satellite communication also. So now you will say, sir, we don't want to study that much. Obviously, then you will be, lacking the race. If you want to maximize your chances of selection, then you need to, work and put effort like a warrior. You need to go and cover as much as you can cover. Reason being, when the randomness is the exam, it means the more topics you cover, more you will be able to counter the randomness. The more selective you become, if randomness is there, you will be cracked down. Simple thing is that don't ignore any basic topic, even it's a very small topic, and focus two mantras. Focus on accuracy. Second, give equal emphasis to each topic, and focus more and more on question. Reason being, more and more you will focus on the question, you will get to know a lot of new stuffs. Sometimes what happen, our theory become limited, right? So around that theory we understand, okay, we understand the concept, but sometimes the question are framed in such a way, the question is from the same theory, but we might never have thought in that direction also. So that direction will be opened by the more number of questions you will practice, the more idea you will get, and more is the chances of selections. Again, the relevant, reliable sources question. That's it.
So my next question to Mukesh sir is that so many students are, although I think you will also make a dedicated video for that. So many students are asking me one question, sir, I'm especially for the computer science branch, sir, I'm preparing for the NIC exam. So will this preparation be sufficient to crack this ISRO exam? How it will be different?
No, sir, it's totally different, sir. If you talk about the NIC exam, they are like some basic theory questions only. Fine. So, but if we talk about the ISRO exam, they just try to cover the concept as well as theory, sir. So we have to be practical. We have to learn about the formulas. We have to grab the formulas, and again, like we have to cover all the subjects, all the minor subjects, and all the allied subjects, and all these stuff, sir. So in this way, I can say that ISRO exam, the complexity of ISRO exam is somewhat different from the NIC pattern, sir.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
So obviously we are done with the experts of computer science and mechanical, and myself from electronics. Now, Gurinder sir, the question is to you on the behalf of the student, as we are discussing that we are providing the students some resources to prepare, and our good mentors are going to take some videos content also on the panel. So basically, what is the planning? What is the process basically, and in what way you have planned this module, and how it's going to be helpful for the student? Please put some insight on that.
Right, sir. Thank you. So as Tyagi sir has mentioned that we will be having roughly 90 days time. So last 10 to 15 days are very, very important to solve so many practice questions or revising whatever you have done in the before 65 days. So we have planned a module in such a way that you can cover entire things in 60 to 65 days. Last 15 days, we are supposing it to be, we are planning it according to the 90 days. So in 60 to 65 days, what we are going to do, and it will be applicable for both the students who have already prepared for the GATE or who want to start it from the scratch. See, as the exam will be more focused on the questions part. So what we have planned, as we just discussed earlier also, that how we are going to plan this module. So we will be more focused towards the questions part. So the relevancy of the questions is very important. There are so much content is available on the YouTube and otherwise stuff. So many students are thinking about that, sir, there is so much content over there available on the YouTube. So we do not require any preparation at all, but it is not like that. See, definitely, yes, on the YouTube, so much content is available. And obviously, yes, I can also expect that so much relevant content will also be there. But we want it to be prepared in a 60 to 65 days in a structured manner. So if you basically join any of the module, any of this preparation this type of module, so we are going to provide you a module in a very structured manner, where we are going to provide them the live classes will be there, sir, where the concept, and we are going to cover the more and more questions. Test series also we are going to provide to them, and practice questions, very important. Students are asking, sir, we want the relevant questions. Our concepts are clear, we are very good in that. But as mentors have also mentioned that relevance questions are very, very important. So we have done, we have already done that homework on that. And soon, most probably by tomorrow, we will launch the module. Although it is ready on the website also, you can join that. And from 1st of June, we are starting the live classes. You can join that. Earlier, I have already added so much content already on the platform is available, which you will get immediately active once you join for that. And for the 60 to 65 days, we are going to roughly solve 2,500 to 3,000 problems in that, by which you will automatically cover all the concepts and everything will be cleared in that. So this is from my side.
Sir, there is, we're talking about the question practice, right? So as YourPedia education past track, we see, we were very successful in, launching the micro module for HPCL, like Airport Authority of India. Likewise, what kind of test series you have planned for ISRO? And there is one common, doubt in the mind of student, that most of the time whatever test is coming in the market, the questions are just copied from somewhere else, right? You might have taken from the HPCL, you might have taken from the HAL. So what's your take on that?
Sir, see, as this is a also very good question, that as I also mentioned earlier, that the relevancy of the questions, the relevant questions are very important. like the allied topics. Allied topics, 20% weightage is there, very huge weightage is there. So allied topics, we have already done the work that we are going to provide you. I mean, in fact, about the test series, we are going to provide you the two types of tests over there. One will be the subject wise, the topic wise test will be there. On each and every subject wise, we are going to provide you the this test. And in the end, as per the exam pattern, as per their syllabus, we are going to provide the mock test. And all the questions will be relevant for this exam only. Again, we are not going to do that. We are going to pick only those questions. We are going to frame only those questions which are relevant for this exam, which is a very, very important point, which is very, very important. And the allied topics, this thing, because these 15 marks, 20% and this 20% weightage of non-technical, this is going to make a very huge role in that, by which you can get the call for the next round. So this is how we have planned for test series. And one thing more, sir, we are also going to announce one free mock test for the ISRO as per the exam pattern, as per the syllabus, as per the new exam pattern, as per the topics they have provided. So soon we are going to one free mock test very soon, sir. So date will be announced very soon for that. Within a week, most probably, we will launch that free mock test, and by which student will come to know that what type of questions they can expect in the actual ISRO exam, sir.
So this is truly required in the market right now. What happened, in very less time, you can't stay affected, right? Some content you're watching from here, some content you're watching from here. So at YourPedia Education, you will be getting the sequenced video as per the requirement of the exam on your panel, and there will be a proper schedule as described by Gurinder sir. So guys, if you're planning to start the journey for this ISRO, whatever recruitment or advertisement is out there on the behalf of the ISRO organization, so this is a golden opportunity. So in this preparation, come and join hand with us. So we all are here, working at the back end for you, for the relevant content, for the relevant videos, for the relevant resources of the question for you people. So rest, I believe Gurinder sir might be concluding this session.
Thank you, sir. So yes, thank you. First of all, I would like to thank all the mentors of YourPedia team, and they have provided so much inside information to prepare for this ISRO exam. So in the end, and in fact, so much expectation is also there from the YourPedia, because I think this is the only platform which is basically in a very realistic manner doing the things like interview preparation. Interview preparation is also very important for this, for which we will launch this very soon. So this exam preparation, as I telling you about the expectation of the students, we are going to meet, and earlier also we have already met all these expectations, and similarly these expectations from the mentors, my team is here. So we are going to meet all of your expectation as we have explained each and everything, and we are going to deliver in this manner. So thank you very much, every mentor, sir. Thank you very much. All the best.